We're starting today's show with a story that caught our eye over the weekend. 43-year-old Doug Henning met his biological dad for the first time last week after tracking him down online and speaking first on Zoom.
Well, Doug's dad flew into Boston to spend Thanksgiving with his son, and although the first meeting might have felt a little bit awkward, Doug thought of a clever way to break the ice.
This is me getting ready to meet my biological dad for the first time ever. Who better to greet your dad as, your long-lost dad as, than Buddy the Elf. I'm here with my dad. I'm never mad. And I was adopted, but you never knew I was born. And now you found me, and you're here, and guess what? I love you, I love you, I love you.
Well, that video has had over
Oh
20,000 views. The problem was Doug had seen the movie Buddy the Elf, but his dad hadn't seen it.
Which is just
This is
fantastic.
it.
It's
And Doug is
just
here now to
fantastic.
tell us more. Morning, Doug.
Good morning, Doug.
Morning, how you doing?
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a hell of a story. So explain, first of all, refinding your dad. I know that you were looking into the family tree. Then how did all that happen before that meeting that we've just shown?
Well, I actually was, good morning, guys, and I hope you guys have a happy Christmas this year.
Thank you.
I was on Ancestry, just trying to figure out kind of where I came from. And I'd been on there probably several years, and I actually had a ping where a cousin of mine reached out, a new cousin of mine reached out and said, I think that you're my cousin. And I think my cousin is your sister. And ultimately that we made phone calls to each other, and we ended up connecting. And then over time, I connected with my dad, and we did Zoom calls because of the pandemic. And then we all decided to get tested and come up and see each other for Thanksgiving.
So this was the big one. So, I mean, I imagine this was, you know, a very nerve-wracking moment for you. This is a big deal, getting to meet your biological father for the very first time. Why then choose to recreate that very famous scene from the Elf movie for your dad?
Well, the reason why, I guess, is I would just happen to be driving down the road and just thinking about the holidays. And I said to my wife, I said, you know, I should get a Buddy the Elf costume. I said, my story is so similar. It's the same thing. Like, I never met. I was adopted, although I didn't walk through a candy cane forest to meet him. But, you know.
In my head, you did.
So I never knew that he didn't know. I had no idea. I said, it doesn't matter. It'll break the ice.
Well,
that
I mean,
it did.
we can see him here. He's going for it. Thank goodness that he didn't actually just turn and walk away. So once you'd explained to him, then what did he say?
Yeah, he was just so. I think he was more emotional, I think, about it than I was, just because he never knew about me. I always knew I was adopted, so I think he just wanted to see his son.
Yeah.
And you've watched it together now, haven't you?
Yes, we have, and he was dying. But what you can't see on the side is that my sisters are on the floor, like they're rolling.
Listen, it's an incredible thing to do. I mean, it's a tense moment for any family coming together in that way, but you really definitely broke the ice with that, and I imagine that'll be an important movie for your family for the rest of your lives from now on. Listen, have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, it's...
Thank you so much. I'm just going to go and have my coffee with some maple syrup in it.
Good for
Thank
you.
you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Lovely to talk to you. Have a great Christmas now with your new extended family. And thank you for sharing that with the world, because that's a
So
great
brilliant,
one.
isn't it?
Yeah,
So
thank you.
brilliant.